I'm fucking back, baby! Woo! Yeah, motherfuckers! Welcome. Who is the horse that's always late? It's me. It's me, I'm always late. Yo, what's up, Carter? I do want to have that on here. Okay. Ohio is crazy. I live in Ohio. How is Thomas's move to Ohio? That is what this entire live stream will entail. I will tell you everything that went wrong. That's about it. Nothing went right. Today is my recreation. No, my storytelling of what happened to get Thomas to Ohio. Thank you, Ember Fox, for becoming a member. Appreciate it. For becoming a member. Jesus, I can't talk today. I'm exhausted still. Reimagination? Well, not really. Because I'm just going to tell what happened. I'm not going to, like, make shit up. Because I don't need to. This shit's crazy. I guess, yeah, Thomas isn't homeless. That did go well. I made 700 today? Hell yeah. My electric bill, for whatever reason, is like $50 higher, which sucks. Because now I have to pay that. Yo, what's up, James Morgan? This is my welcome back stream. I am just going to retell the story of getting Thomas to this motherfucking state. I promise you, you're gonna want to stick around. So that's what we're doing today. That is what we're doing today. All donations go towards paying the lights and the water bills, because both of those are happening, and the light one, for whatever reason, is like fucking 40% more than that's supposed to be, which is great. Love that. Big fan. Fuck life. The only bounties we have are spinning the wheel, obviously, and if we do reach $200, which would be awesome because that covers the electric bill, I will be opening my ETB of Prismatic Evolutions. Just getting that sentence out of the way right before we start because I've got a lot of shit to say. All right? Maybe not the song we should start with. Maybe not this one. So first of all, we should rewind to... Okay, so this is like I ended the story or died. This isn't helpful either. Can we get a song that isn't... I guess that works. Fuck it, why not? There we go. So we'll get started here in a minute. I just want to let a chance for everybody to get in here. I'm really curious, how long have you and Salty been together? Almost 2 years. I just watched the first All the Mods 9, no effort, and Salty told you to kill cats. How could you, Salty? He's Salty. He does that. So yeah, welcome. Over the past couple days, I have moved... This is loud. Hold on. I don't want to start yet. This is also going to be a test for me. I haven't streamed in a while, so I'm going to be a little rusty. Sorry, guys. All right. Oh, I got a... Oh, is this the picture? Yep. Perfect. I need a picture for this, for a part in this story. Write this down, write this down. Oh, don't worry, I did. Over here, I've got notes. I've got 1,000 words worth of notes to, like, keep the story on the rails, because so much happened. So, if you're ready for a little bit of entertainment, send the picture to us. We'll get there. We'll get there. You don't just blow the load of the fucking plot twist at the end of the movie. Or, wait, actually, at the beginning of the movie. Fuck. Chat, do not get me off the rails. Oh, man. So. Oh, this is pleasant. Hold on. I'll crank this up so you guys can hear it better. This is pleasant. I like this. There we go. Hell yeah. Yo, what's up, Ty? How you doing, man? So most of you guys know Thomas, but if you don't, he's the editor behind literally half my channel. He's been really busy recently and hasn't been able to edit the last 2 videos, but obviously you know why. He's been in the process now of moving from where he used to live, Indianapolis. I guess I can say that. It's not like I'm doxing him. He's not there anymore. Yo, Gavel the White, your skin looks good. Well, I appreciate that. I'll take it. That's Asp, by the way, so thank you, Asp. And Kimmy, thank you both. Okay, so Thomas, friend, editor, check, right? He lived in Indiana, and I decided, whenever he asked me back in February to help him move at the end of April, he was like, yo, I need you for like 2 days max. If you could come help me, that would be great. I got a lot of like shelves and shit. I can't move them all by myself. I was like, yeah, okay, sure, why not? So I go to help him move on the 26th. We get everything that we might need. I bring like 1 change of clothing because it's going to be like a 2-day trip. And we start driving over there. It is a like 3-hour drive from where I live to where Thomas lives. And we just go. We have a great road trip, right? I'm DJ. I play all the music in the front seat all the time. It's great. Wonderful, right? We get there a little bit before Thomas even gets back home. He had an errand he had to run. So we decided to go hit the mall. We hit the mall. I bought this Eevee cup. Do you want to see my Eevee cup? I'm sure you do. Okay, everybody, here's my Eevee cup. Look at it. Look at it. It's got all the Eeveelutions. Pikachu's my favorite Eeveelution. It's got all of them. It's great. It's wonderful. So, we bought things at gift shops, and then we headed over to Applebee's to sit there and wait for Thomas to get home and order a little bit of lunch. It was supposed to be a light lunch because Thomas was going to take us to dinner. But while we were waiting, Thomas actually asked one other person to come help, and his name... Should I say his real name? Fuck it. It was Adon. He's cool. Just side note, Adon was there. He was helping us, and he's a really funny and cool guy. I just wanted to mention him because he's awesome, all right? So, the plan was day 0 to just kind of get there, get everything settled in. I had to go buy a blow-up mattress so Salty and I could sleep on something that's not the floor. Adon is important for later in the story. You must say Adon. He is very important. Adon is amazing. So, day 1, Thomas gets here. We all meet up, and he takes us to this Chinese place. I cannot stress enough that in the group chat, he told us, every review of this place says it's fucking awful, but I like the food. Oh, that's a wonderful start, Thomas. It is a Chinese buffet. So we go there, and everything tastes the same. And I think Salty will back me up there. Everything tastes the same. The shrimp tastes the same as the beef. The beef tastes the same as the fried rice. The fried rice tasted the same as the American meatballs, which were there for some reason. I think at the table, Adon and I made up a perfect analogy, which was like, the food was like cooked near flavor. Like, it was cooked adjacent to flavor, maybe in the same room, but everything was the blandest shit ever. All right, so we all looked at Thomas and we were like, bro, But it was fine. We got food. That's what was important. I remember walking to the buffet, because it's a buffet. You just get some food and get some food and get some food. And I found this sign that said, I have a picture of it. It says football. Like, you know, NFL. It had NFL hoodies and everything, but they didn't have like a team or like the rights to put the team on the fucking sign. So, where's this picture at? This is just a video of the floor. What the fuck is this for? What is this for? Okay, maybe I don't have a picture. Maybe I have a picture of the fucking floor. Why? Why? Okay, maybe it's gone. Give me a second. I might be able to find it. I gotta go all the way up in our group chat. Like all the way up. Show the video. It's just a picture, like a 4-second video of the restaurant floor. It's not interesting, I promise you. Hello, how have you been? Tired. I have been very, very tired. But very good things are coming too, so be very bigly excited. Yo, what's up, Noah? Lost 15 pounds? Fuck yeah, Polovic. This is a little bit further. I told you I have to scroll fucking far. Fucking far. But I know I posted this. Did I fucking not? Bro, what the hell? Okay. It was literally a little like plaque that said football. And then they didn't have like an actual NFL team or college team or anything like that. So on the football, on the little plaque, just said official. And I lost my shit. I thought it was really fucking funny. No one else, no one else saw it. So I made sure to point it out before we left. And it was beautiful. Now, where the fuck's this other thing? Where's it at? All right. So to tee this up, right before we go, like right before we start fucking heading out of the restaurant and heading back to, well, actually, we were gonna go to the store first because, the store, right? I'm really just stalling so fucking hard. I just want to find this picture. I have it as Thomas's fucking profile. Why is it not here? Why is it not? Yes, there it is. Okay. Yo, Noah, 6 months already. How the fuck did we get here? Well, that was what I'm trying to explain. So we're leaving, and I'm like, hey, I got to hit the bathroom before we get out of the most bland Chinese place I've ever been to. And I go to the bathroom, and I wash my hands whenever I'm done, because yes, I do that. I know none of you think I do. But then I go to try to dry my hands, and I see this. You know what? We're gonna ask the Instalink 2 for help here. That's an air dryer that is like the cord is wrapped around it and then plugged into the electrical socket. You know, where your wet hands are going to be. This is just a death machine. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why? Who designed this? That feels like I will just get electrocuted. So I did the thing where I like ran over to the other side of the room and just shook my hands dry and left. And I was like, guys, I'm not using those things. I'll fucking die. So we left. Is that a stone sword? It's netherite, but you can't see it because everything on my background's blue right now. So we leave, obviously, before I get killed. And I start fucking prepping all the things on a little list that I'm gonna need at Walmart. I'm thinking waters for everyone. We're gonna need like some snacks. We're gonna need a little bit of booze. So I bought a bottle of whiskey. Apparently in Indiana, you can just buy like liquor at just grocery stores. You can't do that in Ohio. It has to be a designated liquor store. So that was interesting. But we also go to buy an air mattress, which, fun fact, air mattresses are way cheaper than I thought they would be. We bought this cool one that like blows itself up and sucks itself up. Yeah, no, I'm going with that. It blows itself up, it sucks itself off, and then it's completely like just portable. It's great. It's wonderful. It was like $60. It was not bad. And then we go back to Thomas's place. We get shown around the apartment, which is funny because we're leaving the apartment. Like, we're leaving here tomorrow. And we kick back, have a nice chat. I love talking with Thomas. He's always a great guy. And blow up the mattress, head to bed. That's day 1. Congratulations. This is a 2-day trip. The morning, Thomas wakes up and he gets a text from his landlord that says, hey guys, you can't move in till Monday. It is currently Sunday morning. We started Saturday, it's now Sunday. We were supposed to move in Sunday. We can't move in now till Monday. And we're thinking, well, that's a little annoying, but that means we don't have to be like so rushy on packing everything. We could just pack like at our leisure. So we go to get the U-Haul. The U-Haul, if you don't know what a U-Haul is, it's a big fucking truck, okay? And Thomas had all this information about where to go, what number to get, yada, 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 all that, right? And he fucking gets there. I go with him. Me and Adon all go. Me, Thomas, Adon, we all go to get the fucking U-Haul. And what we show up to is like a cabin, like a lodge fucking cabin. I don't understand why. But we walk in, and then there's a little bit of a line, and Thomas finally gets through the line. Adon and I are just sitting on a chair that's made out of what I can only assume is the cheapest metal alive. And he just says like, hey, I need this truck, and he gives the truck number, and the attendant looks him dead in the eyes and just starts yelling at him. He throws his, Thomas will back me up on this. He throws his phone across the desk and goes, we don't have it. Like it's Thomas's fault. I'm like, what the fuck? Thomas has to go and call the U-Haul company because the dude just said he ain't here. Okay. So we have to go like 25 minutes out, and we're now delayed on picking up a U-Haul, which once we get there, we have to explain ourselves. And Thomas is like, I'm just trying to pick this like up a U-Haul. It's all I want. And he was like, it's this number. It says it's here. It says you guys redirected it to this U-Haul location. And the guy literally just looks back, and behind him is just a shit ton of U-Haul keys for differing sizes of U-Hauls. And he just goes, yup, it's here. You're in luck. In luck? No, it's supposed to be here. And that's when I realized he just took off a key out of the like 3 keys for the 20-foot U-Haul. And I'm like, oh my God, he's just giving us a random U-Haul. You're in luck just meant that we had some in stock, just fucking take one. That's what that meant. But whatever, 45 minutes of delay later, our fucking 5-minute trip to get a U-Haul is done, and we can now actually start packing. Packing was a lot. It was very hot outside, and I hadn't showered in a day. I was wearing all black with these black boots that I have because I'll be damned if I crush my toe while moving and I break it and I have to go to the hospital and shit. But we move. It's okay, right? We're moving. We get about half of it done before I get really tired and I need to go to sleep, all right? I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Turns out sleeping on an air mattress, not the best thing to do, right? So whenever I go to sleep, I crash out on Thomas's bed because I didn't blow up the air mattress because it would be in the middle of the living room and everyone else is still moving. Clearly they stopped fucking moving too because they just did this to me. Why is it always the world's largest image? Why is it always the biggest thing on the planet? They just did this to me. This is Thomas's bed, and this is me cuddling all my friends. So I didn't find that out till like days later because they removed all of it before I woke up. And let's see, let me check my notes. This is the first time I have to check my notes. I'm recalling this pretty well, actually. Weird cabin, back home, start packing. Yeah, it all goes well. The landlord said we can't move in today, right? So we get 80% of it done, and then we crash out for the night. We just go to bed. We wake up early, we get the rest of it done, and it is a 5-hour drive to Thomas's new apartment from Indiana to Ohio, okay? It's a 5-hour drive, and he's literally on the like texting the landlord, hey, I'll be here around like 3:30, 4. Can you make sure you're there for me so I can pick up my keys? And the dude's like, yeah, sure, I'll probably be in. Okay. well, we gotta go, so we go. We drive. I sleep through most of the drive because, once again, not at a great night's rest on an air mattress. You're gonna see a pattern here. We drive, and we drive, and we drive, and I wake up, and we're at a gas station, and Salty and Thomas are just talking, because Salty's driving Thomas's car, and Thomas is driving a U-Haul, and Lacey's nowhere to be found, and I was asleep, so I'm out of the loop. I don't know what's going on. And then I find out the landlord just left. We're 30 minutes out, and Lacey is there ahead of us to try to get in to the, like, fucking front desk office to get the keys so we can get into the fucking apartment and move Thomas's shit in and have a place to be. First of all, Lacey can't even get in. Lacey doesn't know how to do it, and I can't even knock Lacey for it. It's the world's most confusing fucking place. But no, we were just told, nah, I left. The landlord just texts us, hey, I'll be back in tomorrow. Cool. What are we supposed to do with 2 cars? Adon had left at this point, unfortunately. No? Well, fucking recall it yourself. Show the picture Lacey took. I don't have the picture Lacey took. Lacey didn't send it to me. Let's go. Girl power, am I right? What? I don't have the picture Lacey took. I don't have Lacey's phone. I can go steal it, I guess. Get her to send them to you. Lacey's, like, crashed out on the bed. Everyone's fucking tired. Or the couch. Everyone's fucking tired. We need proof. Go steal it. No. Red flags from the landlord. Oh, I might have it. Oh, you want that picture? I'm not there yet. But I guess that works for the story. I'm not there yet, Salty. God, don't fucking ruin my flow. Okay. This is what the hotel? No. This is what the apartments looked like. God fucking damn it. It's always massive when Salty sends something. Why can't it be 1920 by 1080? Why does it got to be 4 million by 86,000? Like, I don't get it. Try not to reveal too much, but there's not much to really see. Everything looks like the goddamn back rooms, okay? It's not great. It's kind of scary. Echo? Yeah, very echo. Very fucking echo. But every room looks the same, and there's no way to discern, this is the front office. This is the washroom. We'll get to that in a second. So the dude just says no, and I'm just like, I guess I'm buying us a motel for the night. So we head to a motel that's a little outside of where Thomas is staying, or Thomas's apartment, his new one. And I go up and I try to buy a double bed motel room. You know, they have those, right? I don't know if it was like my fault, Thomas's, or the guy at the front desks, but he gets us 2 double bedrooms. And all of a sudden I now have 4 beds in a motel. And one of the rooms just smells like piss. So that's fun. At this point, we're all tired and exhausted, and we all decided to not be in the piss-smelling room and be in the other one that was much nicer. And everyone's, like, really hungry, so we decided to try to order Taco Bell. That's not that hard. It's just Taco Bell. Thomas has an app. He gets points for it. Lacey was even going to pay for it. It was her turn to pay for lunch. Lacey's card, for whatever, just doesn't go through, and we're confused about that. So instead, they go and get a place called Sheets. I've never heard of Sheets. Has anyone in chat heard of Sheets? Do you know what that is? I have no fucking clue. Yeah, I have one in my bed. I'm killing myself. I'm ending it all right here. I've heard of Sheets. I'm British. I have one near me. Okay, so for those of you that are not in the loop and are just thinking I'm talking about the bed. Anyways. For those of you who think I'm just talking about the sheets on your bed, right? It's actually not a food place, but a gas station that also has food and like an ordering system. You can get like a little app. So we were looking at the menu and they had the holy grail, in my opinion. Think 7-Eleven. That's a good way to talk about it. They had a chicken sandwich topped with mozzarella sticks. I was thrilled. After a long day, I was fucking ecstatic. So they go out, they get us sheets, they come back. I'm like dozing off in my bed at this point. Diabetes. I brought my insulin. You can't go anywhere without bringing your insulin as a diabetic. Nothing's diabetic fucking friendly in Ohio. So I take my first bite and I'm expecting the most exciting and lovely fucking meal that I've ever had. The most bad for you, probably lowering your lifespan by about a year, but tastes like heaven itself, and you're gonna get to those pearly gates faster at this rate. And I feel like this trip is cursed because it tastes like fucking nothing. Nothing! I don't understand! How do you take flavor out of fried cheese? There's nothing. I swear to God, everybody in the fucking house. I look at Lacey, who's been vouching for sheets this whole time. I'm like, what the fuck? And she's like, it used to be good, but now these fries make me sad. And so we all eat our nothing food. And eventually, I pass out. Everybody ends up going to bed. I don't really know what they did before, because I passed out beforehand. Because remember, I haven't had fucking any sleep, and I was determined to get some until 2:30 in the morning when I woke up because I was completely, just the thirstiest motherfucker in the world, and I could not go back to sleep. I tried, and I was like, God fucking damn it. So I tried to go get water from the sink. Fun fact, don't do that. It's sand. Just tastes like sand. I was wondering maybe someone left a water bottle or something in our mini fridge. So I go and walk over, but pause for a second, because I need to tell you one thing that I didn't see. Whenever I passed out, one of the other people that were staying at the motel walked past our window, and man, looked like crackhead-esque. I'm not gonna lie to you. Completely bald, so everyone in the motel room, started calling him Vin Diesel. And we were worried that he was gonna break into our fucking motel. I'm not gonna lie, it was not a good time. Fast forward to the mini fridge. I open the door of the mini fridge, and the light blinds everyone. And there's no fucking water. However, the light blinds everyone on that side of the room, including a sleeping Lacey.
Chad, it was the dead of night.
It was the dead of night, and all I wanted was water, and I couldn't even find any, so I walk back and I go to sleep. Lacey woke up in a panic, thinking that Vin Diesel had broken into our fucking room, as they're the only other entity we've seen, and they assume I'm asleep.
I woke up, and somebody's walking this way from the bathroom to I didn't see them open the fridge. I see light. And I'm like, all right, somebody...
Which is like the door. There's
somebody just walked outside.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, Jack's outside. I don't know why. That's weird.
I would not do that.
And then I started hearing noises from their bed. And I'm like...
Yeah, I jumped back in bed. I'm trying to sleep.
And I'm like... Did Vin Diesel just break into my room?
Oh man, it was fucking hilarious, and unfortunately, I never got to go back to sleep. Looks like it was not just about family. Thank you, Batoon.
About Vin Diesel.
Thank you, Batoon.
I texted Cryptid about it.
But in the morning breaks, about 8 a.m., we all get up and we go to the fucking apartment complex. We get there, and the next mission is figure out where the fuck to get the keys. So there are 2 keys to this apartment complex, right? There are the keys to EQ's Bizarre Adventure. Yeah, pretty much. We're on day 4 of the 2-day adventure now. We're way overdue on time. In fact, I have work to do. I gotta come back here and work on things. We have a cat we have an auto feeder and auto waterer. Don't worry, they were okay. We can leave for up to 2 weeks at a time if we wanted to, I don't know, be neglectful. And the cat would be fine, okay? So don't worry, we weren't starving or making our cat die of thirst. But I have a cat. I miss them. I want to see them. I have a fucking set of desk legs coming in, so this isn't just a door on the floor anymore. Bad cat owners, I spent $130 on this cat feeder that feeds the cat at every single, like, 12-hour interval so it stays a perfect healthy weight, and a water fountain so that the water doesn't distill. Fuck you, I'm a good cat owner. Anyways. Sorry, I went a little off the rails there, okay? She had hair ties to play with. She's fine. We can't get Polaris any cat toys. They won't care about them nearly as much as the fucking hair ties I use for my fucking hair. So, we get to the apartment complex, right? We don't know shit about this place. First of all, finding parking was the weirdest thing ever. 'Cause you had to go like behind the building, and then there was a part that you could go in, a part that you couldn't go in. We texted the landlord. He's like, yeah, that's reserved. How do I get it reserved? I don't know. You're the landlord. You should. But whatever. We get one key. And there are two keys to this place. The key to the apartment and the key to the apartment complex. They're called building keys. We assume when we get our key that it's universal and can do both. Thomas actually doesn't think that, but we try it anyway because I can't get in this fucking door to like see Thomas's apartment, which is like 2 floors up. We put the key in. Top doesn't work. Well, that's kind of weird. Bottom, well, it twists a little. It just gets kind of fucking stuck. And then Salty like jiggles it and fucking punches and the door opens. And we're like, wow, that's going to be a shit way to get in the fucking apartment the entire time. Especially if we're moving in boxes and furniture of all fucking types, right? So yeah, not the most fun. But we find this elevator. This elevator, I need to tangent for a bit. This elevator is simultaneously the main character of this story and the worst thing I've ever seen. First of all, there are no, like, you know how, like, you have those little like, CD buttons on elevators and you just tap it and the thing lights up and shows you, hey, it's on the way, up or down, right? Not on this guy. This guy had a light that doesn't look like it ever worked, and he had 2 knob buttons, one for up, one for down. You would press it, get no feedback that it actually worked until like 30 seconds later. Oh God, we're gonna die. We get in this elevator, which is like deceptively like large. I don't know why it was like so long, but I see all these other knob-like buttons, and they have the words Do, D, U, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I don't know what the fuck the other 3 did, because we tried to figure it out the whole time and never could. I'm gonna have to ask Thomas if he ever learns what they fucking do. And then right above it is a plaque. And the plaque has paper in it. And the paper is disjointed and like falling off to the side. And we look at it and it is the certification that this elevator is certified. And it expires next year. I have never seen an elevator that had to prove that it was certified so you know, oh, it's good. Yeah, it's good till the start of next year. I hate elevators. And at this point, pretty sure I'm gonna die. But it's only 2 floors up, which 1, 2, we can handle that. We go to the top to Thomas's room, which was in a weird spot. Like, for example, the numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be like how the apartment would be lined up, but it was like 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, and then like 3 and 4 are on the other side, like they were afterthoughts. I don't really know why, but we eventually found the room. We jumped in. And it looked nice. It's a pretty nice looking apartment, I'm not gonna lie, but it has one major flaw. It's large, it's spacious, it's got a nice kitchen, everything is, it's got 2 bathrooms, a fucking ensuite, but it's got one major problem. It's a fucking sauna. It is a fucking sauna in there. So we go over to the little AC unit and we flicker it. Packy, member for 37 months. Thank you so much, Packy. So we go to the little, like, AC thing. First of all, this, I don't know when, maybe Packy could tell me this because he's old as fuck. But the heater and cooler, they look a little something like this. Looks like these things. I don't know, they're from like ancient Roman time or something. But you flick it to cool, and then we turned it from 80, which it was chilling at, all the way down. I know it's a thermostat. I'm just saying you are looking for thermostat. Yes, I know that. It's just really an old thermostat. Doesn't have like buttons or an LCD screen. That's all I was asking for. You don't gotta have the new ones that are like Wi-Fi enabled or some shit. But that thing was weird because it only had one little knob and it would change the thing from 80 to like 60. And so we did that. And then we left the apartment. We were like, all right, we're gonna let it cool off for a bit. We haven't had food for a bit. Let's go get lunch, right? So we go and find this, I'm not going to drop the name because that's probably going to dox Thomas. We found this restaurant that does breakfast, all right? It was cool. Not only were there parking meters out front that all said the word fail on them, and I asked the residents, like, do we use those? And they were like, I don't know. I've never done it. I think they're just, like, architecture from the 1900s. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So we go into this restaurant, and it is hot as fuck. Mind you, we're now on day 4 of this two-day trip, and it's blistering. None of us have showered because back at that motel, it looked like I would contract syphilis if I jumped in that bathtub, so I wasn't doing that. Also, I didn't bring much extra clothing as it was a 2-day trip, and we're now on day fucking 4 of it. So we all smelled like shit, looked like shit, and we're sweating because the thermostat, which, by the way, did have LCD buttons in this restaurant, was 78. That's not okay. That is not fucking okay, right? But we go in, and the waitress looks at us. And you know how they usually say, do you want something to drink? She didn't. She just said, let me get y'all some waters. And she brings 4 waters for the table. And we all chug them back, and she immediately refills them. We drink like 5 fucking waters. And side note, the food, fantastic. This is like the best food I've had since moving with Thomas. Now, to be fair, everything else hadn't had an ounce of flavor. So maybe the bar was just incredibly low, but it was really good. I liked it quite a lot. W waitress. No, she was great. The food was great. The price was reasonable. We paid, we left. And Thomas needed to now go and edit. Fun fact, Thomas had work that he had to do, which was another reason why we needed to actually get to the apartment complex on the fucking, like, on Monday. But we couldn't. It's now Tuesday. And Thomas has to edit. And I'm thinking, okay, well, we'll let Thomas edit. We'll help move some boxes in. That was the plan. All we got to do... Did you tip good, right? Of course I did. I tipped good everywhere I went. Except Sheets, because I don't think you could tip a gas station. Also, I didn't pay for that. Also, I wouldn't have. The food was so bad. But, yeah, so we just... The plan was get back up to the apartment, let Thomas literally set up his PC... Just his PC, just the fucking monitors, and like a box or something to put his keyboard on, and just try to like ghetto-ly edit this video because it needed to be done, right? How much did you tip? I tipped 18%. Why are you being an ass today, Sade? You can't tip at Sheets, they don't like that. Is that a cultural thing? Do they think of you think of them as weak if you try to tip them? What the fuck? That was crazy. But is there a photo of the setup? I could try to find it. I think Thomas posted one, but I don't know if he sent it to me. Here's a photo of us at the restaurant, though. This is what we looked like. This is how it's been. Look at that. Look at that sweaty, sweaty Lacey. This is how we all looked. Look, we'll zoom in on me. I cut my hair out of frame because I hated it, but look at the pain behind those eyes. But the plan was... Oh, wait, hold on. I might actually be able to find the thing. Hold on, I just realized I could totally just look in here. Short and stout. There we go. Salty's got it. Salty is so much faster at finding things than me. All right, you guys ready for the world's largest image? Here it is, baby. The world's largest image. Yeah, motherfucker. So Thomas's table was packed in the U-Haul, but all his computer stuff was just packed in the in his car, so it was easy to access. So after we put together all the stuff that we could to get Thomas's stuff up and running, we got this. This is what my boy edited on. Let's zoom into that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And yes, you can look at the ass mouse pad. I will expose Thomas a little bit. There you go. 0 ass mouse pad. Yeah, this is what he had going for him. And remember, there were no fans or AC, so when we opened the door, nothing changed. And I was so concerned. I was like, I can't work like this. Like, literally, within 10 minutes, we were starting to have, like, heat stroke. Salty's face was going all red, and we were getting dizzy from how hot it was in there. So the only plan was to text the landlord and be like, this needs to get fixed. And he responds, AC? I didn't think that unit had AC. So the new plan was to go to Walmart and buy box fans and pray. So we did that. Yeah, Salty genuinely almost passed out. It was really bad. I told Thomas, I was like, look, we can't live under these conditions. We got to fix this, or I got to go home, because Salty's like Salty's physical and mental health take priority. So we try to fix it. And lo and behold, box fans are the GOAT, okay? Box fans are the fucking GOAT. Look at those things. They are amazing, and they barely kept us alive. Now, fun fact, I looked at the weather, and today, like that day, it peaked at 81 degrees outside. It was probably about 10 degrees hotter without those fans on in that fucking house, that apartment. And we had to carry heavy things up and down and through an elevator. It was bad. It was bad. But afterwards, it finally got cold enough that we could start moving a couple things. We had to give this U-Haul back at like 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So we really have to finish this. What brand are your headphones? Audio-Technica ATH M50Xs. But it finally cooled off to the point where, all right, we could start moving some shit. And then Lacey's phone goes off. Bring. Oh, that's my weather alert. Yeah, what's up? Oh, it says a horrible storm's about to come in 2 hours. Oh, fucking great. Now, it's been so hot, Thomas has just been praying for it to rain on him the entire trip. The entire trip, start to finish. And I was like, you motherfucker, you made this happen. You summoned it. And so we try to move everything as frantically as possible, get all the electronics and shit in at least, right? And then Thomas and I pick up a shelf, and he feels the first bit of water. And then we start hearing it on top of the U-Haul, because it's a fucking metal box. It echoes, right? It was bad. And it was like, oh God, we have like 5 minutes. And then right after I said that, the sky falls. It just pisses rain. I don't know how that's even possible. I'm no fucking like geologist or like, I know about like fucking like rain, but I don't think it can do that. I didn't know clouds were capable of hearing you be like, damn, we gotta get inside, and just fucking hurricane category 5 your ass. It was crazy, dude. It was actually fucking crazy. So I literally sit in the U-Haul with Thomas. We can't move anything, and we can't leave it, or else we'd be soaked, and we're already sweaty, and we already smell bad, and I don't have any changes of clothing. So we just sit there, and I tried to go live, but the connection isn't really stable, so I ended up having to cancel that. But then a lady comes up to us, and she's like, are y'all done moving? And we were like, no. And she was like, that's okay. Look, there's like a side entrance that you could use for this place and then not get as wet. And I was like, oh, thank you. That's so nice. So we try to do that. As soon as we move the U-Haul and we're all soaked in water besides Thomas because he's in the U-Haul, it stops raining. It rained for maybe 7 minutes. It hurricaned for maybe 7 minutes. Didn't rain again. I don't fucking understand why. I have no goddamn idea. But, we get to move a little bit more stuff in. And Lacey and I are taking shelves and shit like that. And Lacey always goes backwards for some reason. But they started to have a good, like, a good system of how to figure out when we were at the elevator to stop. And I just heard them mumbling it to themselves. They were like, mail room, number box room, fire extinguisher room, elevator. And that was true. All of these doors were lined up, and one of them just said fire extinguisher. So I'm assuming they made an entire room just for a fire extinguisher. But we'll come back to fire extinguisher room in a bit. I want to talk about this elevator. This elevator was single-handedly the fucking scariest but best thing ever. It fit, and I kid you not, everything. We were able to fit everything in the elevator and not use the staircase once. I could not believe it. We fit couches. We fit shelves that are like those motherfuckers. We fit desks. It was crazy. I could not believe that we were able to fit so much in. But around 9 o'clock is whenever I decided, God, I need a break. And we made a mistake. Thomas at this point had actually had a, like, computer set up now. It wasn't great, but it helped him edit a little bit faster, right? He needed to get some things done, and he needed to edit. Look at the box fan. Look at the sweat pouring off everybody. The pictures are lovely. And you see that at the bottom right there? Wearing the shorts that Thomas lent me because I was going to fucking pass out from heat syncope? That's me. And I decided to sit on the couch for a second. Salty came and took my boots off because I said they were hurting me, and he's awesome, and he loves me. And that was it. The 4 now straight days of getting about 3 hours of sleep had caught up with me, and I was gone to the world. I remember Salty blowing up the air mattress because apparently they all decided, yeah, we should be done for now. And we just, I like rolled off the couch onto the air mattress, and I was like, good enough. And I passed the fuck out and had the best sleep of the trip so far. I woke up, Thomas literally, like, apparently had gone to bed at 5 a.m. because he had to edit for like 7 straight hours. And then we woke up at 7, which was miserable. But I had got some sleep, so I was the chipper one now, and everyone else was upset. But the problem is we woke up at 7 because we had to be back in that U-Haul at least 8, or we weren't going to get everything in time. And we had a contingency for that. We decided, fuck it, it's $40 to extend it another day. Even if we need it for a few hours, at least we're not scrambling to make sure Thomas's belongings and life can get out of the fucking metal box that we are trying to move everything from, so he has to give it back. Apparently, U-Haul is a little silly about that, and we were trying to reserve an extra day a little too close to the deadline, and someone had already bought the truck again. So it had to go back. Fuck. There are still shelves, and Thomas is a creature, okay? I don't understand. He's got maybe, like, the worst OCD out of everyone in the world. No, I'm kidding. I love you, Thomas. But he packed everything in the small boxes from Walmart, and I mean everything. So instead of, like, 20 large boxes, there was, like, 87 small ones. And they're all in the back of the truck, and we have to move all of that in 2 hours, going up flights of stairs and or elevator, which luckily it was just elevator, going back and forth, or else Thomas just I was like, what's going to happen if Thomas just doesn't give the truck back? Like, are we fucked? So we are scrambling fucking scrambling. At this point, the residents of the apartment complex have looked at us either like with pity or like or the weirdest looks imaginable. I've met a lot of them at this point because Lacey made a joke about this on the trip, is that I know 2 things in my life. It's how to make friends and drink booze. I guess that's fucking right, because I made a lot of fucking friends, and that's going to come important in a little bit, because we got down to just the boxes. Thomas stacked all of the boxes with Funko Pops and shit like that in the very back of the truck, and then all the heavy stuff properly. He's good at packing. That made sure nothing would break and nothing would fall over on the ride over. But then that meant there was 50 fucking boxes and 30 minutes left. So my goddamn idea was, okay, we can divide into teams. We didn't want to leave anything. This is not the best neighborhood. We didn't want to just leave anything out on the side of the road or anything. Someone had to watch the boxes and U-Haul and Thomas's apartment at the same time. So we decided to break it into 2 teams. Lacey and Thomas would go drive the U-Haul up if, and only if, we can get every box just out and on the side of the apartment building, just stacked up. Salty would then stare at the goddamn boxes and make sure they don't move or grow legs, and I would painstakingly carry every box. Now, I say carry, we were using a dolly. That dolly was by U-Haul, so it had to go back. We did everything we could, but 10 o'clock came around and Thomas had to go. We're carrying the last load back, like up to Thomas's house, where like with the dolly, which could put 3 boxes at once, heavy or not, and not strain you. And there's still about 45 boxes left, because there was 50 stacked up there, but then we still had like all the Tupperware, all the tubs of things. Thomas, his entire life is collecting plastic. He has so much of it. And we're literally going back. This part, I promise you this is not made up. We're literally heading back to the U-Haul to give the dolly back to Thomas. And I'm trying to just carry the last 3 boxes off the U-Haul so we can throw it all in the back of the goddamn fucking, throw everything in the U-Haul, close it up, and Thomas can go give it back without any late fees. All the boxes get off, and I see a guy in a purple shirt and a gold chain, kind of like this, but gold. And he goes, "How y'all doing?" I was like, "Doing the best we can, man. I gotta carry a fuck ton of boxes." He's like, "I'm renovating in there, and we're doing flooring right now. We got a dolly. You want it?" I light the fuck up. I jump off this U-Haul like I just got told it's my birthday and I got a Lamborghini. I go up to him. I go, "What's your name, brother?" He goes, we'll call him Miguel. And I'm just like, "I'm Jack. Thank you so much." And I get a U-Haul, not a U-Haul. I get a dolly. Oh my God. I am so fucking ecstatic, because now I can just use the dolly and just try to bring everything up while they're taking the U-Haul away, and Thomas doesn't have to pay a late fee, or I don't know, get a hit put out on him for not giving the fucking car back. And while they're gone, it is Salty is delegated to taking a heavy box and putting it on the bottom of the dolly, and then 2 light boxes on top. And I want to do this as fast as possible. Kind of want to do it before they get back. And so I put my headphones in, and music starts playing, and I lock the fuck in. I started timing myself based on the song length of how fast I could put 3 boxes onto this dolly, move all the way up to the elevator, get in the elevator, fucking go all the way up, go to Thomas's place, drop the box off, and go all the way back down. And my fucking worst time was like 5 minutes. My PB was like 2 minutes and 20 seconds. When the elevator would open immediately because it wasn't in use or it was already on the first floor, I was like, fuck yes. And by the end of it, we literally got everything done, and I see Thomas and Lacey pull up and start walking to us, and I just get to look at them drenched in sweat, the final box on the dolly, and I'm just like, God, you guys are fucking slow. We bring the box up, and the last couple shelving pieces, because Thomas has 95 shelves, as I've mentioned, and they all have little fucking wood log legs like these things. And we bring the last of them up. And I swear to God, I collapse. I am just fucking done. But we're done. We finally moved Thomas in. I was so happy that we managed to do it within the deadline. And I mean, not within our personal deadline. This 2-day trip, we're now on day 5. But finally, right? Fucking finally, it's done. And Thomas has a shower. And I am ready to use it. I managed to find a shirt that Salty brought and didn't use. And I was like, that's the shirt I'm wearing. I had an extra pair of socks, and I had to put on my same pants, but I was like, I'll take 2 out of 3, right? I'll take 2 out of 3. And I decide I'm going to make me a cocktail. I have a little bit of vodka left over. Still do, actually, fun fact. And I make myself a cocktail with everything we have in the apartment. And I bring this up because I find this is just, like, funny. We bought, when it was really fucking hot, we bought ice cream for everyone in the apartment, even like nearly keto ice cream. You ever seen those Italian ices, but the ones that are swirly? You ever seen those that are like multiple flavors? Well, we had those. We had Monsters. We had like the Monster Ultras, the white ones. And we had vodka, we had water, and we had like nothing else. You know what I decided to fucking do? I took ice, one of those fucking cups of one of the swirly Italian ices. I filled it up with vodka and then topped it with Monster. And I made the most ghetto cocktail ever. Proceeded to go into the shower, disrobe, turn it on, and let me tell you, that was the best shower of my life. The water was hot as fuck. The cocktail was somehow really good. And I finally got to clean myself for the first time in like 5 goddamn days. I tell you, that was like sex. Nobody pardon! Testing for jump scares. Well, glad we tested that. Yes, there are jump scares. Thank you for the $10. Nobody, you're awesome. It's always the door knock, man. And it sounds like it's coming from here. And there's actually a door there. You know what would be fucked up? If the door knocking came from there. Because there's a door down there. So, shower cocktail? Yes, and it was amazing. We had to leave after that because we had a 3 to 4 hour, depending on traffic, drive home, right? We got him derailed. Nope, I'm almost done. You're not going to derail me. I have spent genuinely 1 hour on the story, and I think that's pretty concise for how fucked this is. So, when I tell you where we moved Thomas, where he moved was, you know, out of necessity. It wasn't in the best part of town, but it'll do for now. You know, you do what you got to do. I decided to go get everyone pizza. Well, actually, it was Taco Bell because, well, we decided Taco Bell. And Lacey said, I'll pay because I wasn't able to pay that last time for Taco Bell. They try to pay on the app, and the app refuses them again. So they say, fuck it, and they get in the car and they drive to the Taco Bell. And then they go inside, and they make the order on the little, like, screens. And it refuses them again. Then they get a text message from their bank saying their account has been suspended. We later figure out it's because they thought fraud was happening because... Lacey hasn't moved around a lot in their life, and they had to call and say, hey, I'm in Ohio now, I'll make Ohio purchases. So they went from doing just chilling in Ohio purchases to now I'm in Indiana, now I'm in like this other city in Ohio, now I'm at this, now I'm at this, and they thought it was fraud. They thought it was fraud, so they locked Lacey out of their account. Lacey had to drive back and pick me up, and then I had to go. And by the time I went, right to the left of Taco Bell was a Papa John's. And I called Salty and I said, last chance to pivot. Last chance. Good job on the bank's half. I mean, not really, because we called the bank and tried to unsuspend the account, and they hung up on us. So I wouldn't say really good job on their account. Lacey's account's good now, by the way. We managed to work it out. But, literally, fucking... Where am I? I call Salty, I say pivot right now, maybe. Taco Bell or Papa John's, because I was feeling pizza. We've had Taco Bell like 3 times this fucking trip. It's Thomas's favorite place, and now I have my own personal order for that. I went to Taco Bell in this like 5-day trip more than I have this year. It's crazy. But we decide, fuck it, Papa John's. So I go in. Thomas doesn't have a lot of food, so I make sure to get him a big shakaroni pizza, just, you know, for the road, so he's not left with nothing. But then we also get pizzas that we're going to eat right now. I have like a custom pizza with epic stuffed pepperoni crust, a Philly cheese pizza, and we got some, what are they called? Breadsticks, like normal ass breadsticks. And Thomas is, or not Thomas, the fucking dude's like, all right, it's going to be like 25 minutes. So we get back in the car, and I set a timer for like 18. We try to listen to music, but there's like no service in this area, so that's great. I get up after 18 minutes, go back in, and we're just sitting here waiting with Lacey, and like 20 other DoorDashers come in, and they get their shit way before us. And then a dude walks in, all black, blacked out boots, and a black hoodie. It looked just like what I was wearing, except he was wearing a hoodie, and it was completely up. And he just kind of sits there for a minute. And the dude, like, usually, like, opens the door, and he's like, what do you want? And then you would order. Oh, by the way, did I mention that this Papa John's has a, like, prison metal door that they open to like, fucking get someone's order? And bulletproof glass? It was that part of the neighborhood. And I literally am just sitting there, and I watched the dude just go, pizza and wings. What you want on your pizza? Pizza and wings. No man, toppings. Oh, fuck it, pepperoni. All right, it'll be about 15 minutes. All right, I got somewhere to be. I'll be back. And he walks out, and I'm like, I just witnessed a drug deal. Oh. Eventually, he gives me the fucking pizza, and I leave, and I head back to Thomas's. And we honestly have a really good, like, meal. We get, like, the only table that we could, like, get out of storage, and we put it all the pizzas on there. And we have a great time. We eat, we chat. It's kind of a little melancholy because we got to leave after that. And it's been really nice hanging out with Thomas. He was amazing the whole trip. One of the best friends I could ever have, and I'm so glad that he's not homeless. And yeah, fucking, it was a trip. It was a time. But eventually, it was time for us to get in the car and go. I brought very little things, so packing was easy. We literally just walked down together, got in the car, and we drove away. It was a 4-hour drive, and I played music with Salty the whole time. I like to do this thing where I say up or down, because like YouTube recommended, we'll have like 2 songs, and I'll choose 2 that I like, and I'll just tell Salty up or down. So he kind of randomizes it, and we listen to some fun songs. Have a great time, right? And when we get home, Thomas, you missed the whole story. I recapped all 5 days. Thomas, my boy, what's up? That's kind of fitting music. But we finally get home. I check and make sure that the house hasn't exploded. Fun fact, didn't. The cat, perfectly fine. She fucking, she took the, like, sink cover, like, to, like, plug a sink from the sink and threw it across the room when she got bored. But, like, other than that, she was fine. We sit down, we turn on some dumb brain rot YouTube cat videos. I pour myself a shot as, like, a job well done, and to relax. And then I woke up in my bed 10 hours later. I do not have any recollection. My body was done. My body, I on the couch, gone. Woke up in my bed. It was the bookend to the craziest move I've ever done. Eventually Thomas messages us and says he does manage to get the video done like an hour before the deadline, which is nice. Did Salty carry you? I probably walked. I kind of zombie walk, like, to my bed a lot. I know we slept just directly on the mattress. We had to like clean all the sheets and stuff. We did not. We just threw them in the wash, turned the washer on, and just slept. But that's where I've been the last 5 days. I cannot begin to imagine how I would have initially started this story and said it. So I can actually show this off a little bit. Hold on. I just took every big thing that happened, because like I didn't have time to recap all the jokes and all the like actual like camaraderie that was going on, right? But I just took every big event, and I made notes before the stream. There are so many things that happened. Did you yell chat about walking into my bedroom at 4 a.m.? Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, so apparently I sleepwalk, chat. And I just got up at 4 a.m. and just stared at Thomas like over his bed. And then I went to the bathroom. Then I laid back in the blow-up mattress on the first night. So that's interesting. Wouldn't be surprised. Sleepwalking is very common. Yeah, I apparently do that. No one's told me. I literally, like, Thomas mentioned that, and I was freaked out. I was like, oh, God, what the fuck? I'm so sorry I do that? And everyone in the house, including Lacey and Salty, were just like, yeah. Why didn't I know? EQ finna be Thomas's sleep paralysis demon. That's amazing. Oh, God. So, yeah, no. That is like the cliff notes of the entire 5 days. And if you ever want to hear more parts of the story, I can't tell you. Fucking!
I'm here to say balls.
Balls! Nuts! Dick, even! God damn. Thank you, Sam. All donations are going towards bills, so thank you all. You're amazing. That's great. My ears are not... They're going to medical bills now for my ears. I asked if you were okay, and you just said, yup, while staring at me. Dude, that's fucking crazy. Moving with Thomas goes hard. I would never do it again. Nah, I'll probably help again next time. But, yeah, that's how it went. It was crazy. If you missed any part of it, I recommend you go back in the stream and watch and listen to it from start to finish. I'll just throw Thomas the VOD and I'll make him turn it into a video. Yeah, so I woke up today still just as fucking tired. Just as tired. I had to pay bills because I was gone and couldn't pay all of them because they're all here. So I paid all my bills. I went out, I made a stock of shells for everyone because I finally got to have my cooking again, and I prefer that to 90% of everything that I had on the trip with Thomas because it has flavor. I ate food. We played 3 rounds of Fortnite, and I was like, fuck, I need a nap. And so I napped, got up, still just as tired, chugged back a thing of coffee, made spaghetti, and now I'm here. Yo, been a member for 10 months, Donut Master. Glad to see you're back in your own home. I'm so happy to be back here. Genuinely. Genuinely. I got a lot of shit to work on. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Cisco dropped a new mod pack, Dragonfire. He actually hit me up about it, and he says he doesn't recommend I play it until patch 1 is released because there's going to be a lot of bugs. So I'm thinking about ignoring that advice. But, yeah, that would be really cool. Where's the gaming card? I don't think I have mine. I think you just have yours. Play it right now. I wouldn't want to start a stream with the big story and then play Cisco's. I would like to make that its own live stream. Oh, you have it? Okay. So then I could tell another side note. So they, at Sheets, had these Pokemon card-like things where it was like 1 guaranteed foil, you know? And, they brought it back with lunch, and at the back of it was just Salty will show you. Come and get it to me, babe. Glad that you're back safe. Me too. It was not a dangerous trip by any means, but it was harrowing. Oh, man. It was a trip. It was so much a trip, dude. But we're back. In the next 2 weeks, the Pokemon video should be dropping. Cisco's, I'm tackling that bitch again.
Yeah, so we have a card just called gaming.
Yeah,
It just
says gaming. Like it's a bootleg Pokemon font that just says gaming. Like
I'm gonna cut the 10-pack.
Oh yeah, also I'm gonna do a 24-hour stream on my birthday. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do got that to do. Got a lot of shit to do. Work and content as a whole coming back fucking soon, baby. Also old and 23 almost. Without you, I had to play Minecraft and be a decent player on that server. Damn. Yeah, your birthday's coming up. It is indeed. So, we're back in it, boys. To bookend the entire story, we're here. More content on the way than you could ever fucking imagine. I'm excited to do so much shit. Lacey's excited to make content again. Salty's excited to make content again. We're forcing Thomas to edit for me again. It's gonna be great. Were you gonna open up a P.O. box for gifts? That's also something I do gotta get done, but we also have to get me a proper Ohio ID because my ID is still from Texas. How long to the mayor's birthday? 9 days and counting. My birthday is next Saturday. Oh, it's a Saturday. That's neat. Apparently this Saturday is the Kentucky Derby day. But yeah, that's all I've got to say. I didn't really have any extra plans. If I get an Ohio ID first, that'll be so funny. I'm literally getting it like Monday. Like that's Monday's plan. Friday's plan is to break up the video editing job and make sure that gets to everybody, and plan out stuff like Cisco's project and everything like that. Saturday's plan is to dismantle my entire setup and set it up with this new fucking desk and throw axes at this one. Maybe we go live with that. Maybe we go live with throwing axes at a desk. I'm probably just gonna hit my phone and break it. Actually, probably shouldn't do that. It's probably a bad idea. When are you thinking of streaming? Oh, I'm gonna be streaming all day. Probably starting at like noon or something. At least 12 hour, if not 24. But that right there, that's the kryptonite of me right now. I am still exhausted. I need to like sleep. I need to clean my bedroom first, but then I need to sleep in like a completely clean and fucking reset schedule, right? I need to completely just go back to normal. And that's going to be the goal that I have. Sleep stream? No, that wouldn't be going back to normal. But yeah, that is what happened. That is how I moved Thomas across the country. I wanted to say country because it sounds better, but it's only one state over. There's always coffee. I have had coffee today. I've had plenty. I enjoyed the story. I hope you all did. It was interesting for sure. It was very interesting. However, I now want to never leave the house again. Oh man. I might be live tomorrow, but I also might not be. And I'm definitely going to be live Saturday. It probably won't be with any big project. I think I might start up Cisco's Monday, and if the patch is out by then, we'll do that. Touching grass was hard. Yeah. I'll watch the VOD so it doesn't feel like I slept through the whole thing. You were part of the adventure. It's good, man. You know what happened. Yeah, I got to wrap up stream, I think. But hey, I'm back in town, motherfuckers. I'm back in town. And just try to stop me with some content creation, mofucks. You can't. You can't. Anyone got any last words or things to say or ask me before I wrap stream? I haven't talked to you guys in a bit, so I'll at least do that. Why is there like... What happened to this? Why is he bulgy? Why's he got bulge? Balls. I don't know. Fair enough. Get good sleep. I'm going to. We back, motherfuckers. Content train, never stopping, motherfuckers. I need to stop saying motherfuckers. I need to go to bed. So I'm gonna do that. Thank you all so much for watching the stream. My name has been Eqlipse again. What plans are you working on other than Cisco's? I don't have anything locked in yet because I have to look into the mod packs for Minecraft, and I have to look into the events for other things before I like actually choose them. So all these says ooh. Oh god, no. Ooh. New Baby No Money song tomorrow. Oh hell yeah. Alright, chat. We're gonna wrap up here. I'll be back tomorrow. More wheel spins, more craziness. BB knows. I'm just gonna leave the exclamation mark Dono bounty for the prismatic ETB till it's hit, by the way. So $20 has been added to it today. We are 180 away from a prismatic ETB opening. Fuck yeah. Thank you to Sam and Nobody Important for the donations. All of them go towards paying the electric and water bill currently. You guys are amazing. Good night. Oh, God, it's in my eye. You're welcome. I just wanted to be funny. Oh, you were funny. You were very funny. But yeah, I'll be back. I kind of want to do like a stream tomorrow, now that I think about it. What stream would I do? I'm getting all ADHD'd again. Good night, Megan. Sorry. Schedule 1. Schedule 1 could be a lot of fun. I haven't played that in a bit. I gotta look into Cisco's myself before I do a stream on it. Schedule 1 or like some podcast style game. Play Sunshine again. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Good night, everybody. Arrivederci.